Hey there, everyone. It is Nick, and it is time for Wild Magic. Yes, indeed. This is a free preview of our patrons-only episode we do once a month. Head on over to our Patreon feed if you want to hear the rest of it. I highly recommend it. We talk about basically everything and end with a little bit of Gilmore Guys. And if you've listened to other Wild Magics, you'll know what that is. Also, if you're interested in going over to the Patreon but don't want to pay anything, join as a free member. We drop stuff for free in there as well, and it's always good to have folks around. All right, everyone, enjoy this free preview of Wild Magic. This is a question that I'm actually been asking everyone lately, and it's one of my favorites, is...
Would you live in China under an authoritarian regime?
Yes. Go. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
My question is, what piece of culture or media, specifically I'm thinking like books, TV shows...
Pop culture
media. Which piece would you say most, like... identifies as like a piece of media that is like you? Like if you were trying to give this piece of media to someone to be like, this is like, watch this and you'll kind of understand me a little better.
Yeah.
You really got to send us briefs. I can't do this in 3 seconds.
Well, take your time. We'll go around.
Yeah, and there's like,
we'll start
and there's
with
also
Nick.
Lots of them. Like, I'm not saying this is your favorite movie or whatever, but that's a different thing. It's like, what would you give to someone if they're like, I want to get to know you better, and you're like, hey, I watch this movie. Like
The Mask.
Honestly, The Mask is fucking crazy. That I had such fond memories of The Mask, and then Alice rewatched it for a book club that she's doing because Lindy West.
Wait.
Lindy West is a reviewer of like pop culture, and they had a chapter on The Mask, and she was watching each movie with each chapter.
Okay.
The Mask is fucking crazy. It is bad, but it also has great lines like, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's just Jim Carrey fucking riffing.
Fucking weird. I also just recently watched Eternal Sunshine, which probably would, in my 20s, that would be the piece of media that I
It's like, I'm a fucking sad sack. Watch Eternal Sunshine. You're
like,
going to
watch
fucking
this.
get me.
You'll understand how deep I am.
Yeah, you'll understand how fucking deep I am. I'm kind of ragging on it, but it is
it's
an
one
incredible
of the better
movie.
movies I've ever seen.
It's a great movie.
Currently, I think that Grand Budapest Hotel is that for me.
Oh, yeah. You're always talking about
that movie.
I guess I'll rewatch it.
You really should. Did you not like it? We should talk about it
No,
sometime.
I didn't not like it. I think I thought it was good.
Okay.
And
that's all I need.
But
it's just someone to like
really
enjoy it.
I didn't really remember a lot about it. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it.
One of the best villains, I would say. Not the Willem Dafoe character. So scary. Just silent, but brutal.
Yeah.
Anyway, does anyone else have one?
I've got... Oh, fuck. Nope.
Okay.
I
Sorry
just
to
keep
bother
my
you.
mouth and immediately
Sorry to
ran it.
bother you. That's
Sorry to bother you,
great
yeah.
one. Anti-capitalist. I've recorded an episode on this movie. I fucking love it.
The ending, I think, is great, and I don't want to talk about it, I guess, but we can talk about it off mic or whatever.
Yeah. The ending, I know that people have a really mixed feeling about the ending. I like it too. I think it's great.
I think the ending is a really great subversion of what people expect.
Yeah.
And then
Because it's
what it
like-
actually takes to affect change.
Yeah, because it's like throughout the whole movie he's working within the system.
Exactly.
And then it gets to the end and it's like, the system worked. And then the after
Well, okay,
credits
well, all
scene
right.
or
Well, now
whatever.
you're just spoiling
Well,
everything.
I'm just saying like worked in question marks
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. The system worked. That's better. And then the end is like, outside the system is the only way.
Yeah.
So it's great. Shade?
Before Rio loses his.
The Greatest Showman.
Okay.
It's flashy. It's weird.
It
a lot
papers
of people
over a
didn't
bad
like
legacy.
it, but I super enjoyed it. What?
It papers over a bad legacy.
Just like I do with my childhood.
Yeah. There you
Paper
go.
right over that.
Oh, Lord.
Man.
I
The
was
Bearded Lady has a great song.
I was ambushed with that movie by Rio and Rebecca.
I will never watch that movie. I've heard it has great music.
It's so good,
can't
actually.
do it. Yeah? I
The
just
the
can't do
music
it.
is really good.
Yeah.
It's a lot shorter than I remembered too. I watched it again at my cousin's house. I was ambushed with it.
Man, you've just been ambushed with this movie every time you've seen it.
Well, sometimes I'm really bad at going to the movies. I'm like, I don't want to fucking go. I'll like keep like nitpicking everything, and I've decided to make a conscious effort to stop doing that so
Yeah.
that Rebecca can actually go to a theater. And And I decided for Greatest Showman, like Rio and Rebecca were like, we're at the movie theater, meet us there. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go. I'm not going to ask anything about what this movie's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. And it turns out it's a musical about P.T. Barnum, starring Hugh Jackman. And it's like, oh, that's why we're watching this movie. I get it.
Great.
But it's also a musical, and Rebecca loves musicals.
Yeah.
Is there
And
any
Hugh Jackman.
elements of it that you're like, this is why? You said because it's like showy, glitzy, glamour.
Showy glitzy. It's all about these people who don't fit into society, and they're like, we're gonna make our own society. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Or
I love that for
yeah.
Never enough. Never. That's a good song. It's a great soundtrack.
This is me.
Guys, any more? We're going to have this taken down.
They're gonna have to pay for it. Well, I guess you should watch the movie because it's a great music video for the music. Oh, and the fucking the bar scene with like
yeah.
Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman like
Negotiating
with
the deal.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a great shot. Like it's like they're like going around. It's like really choreographed and they're like boop, boop, and it's like a lot of
Really, if
rhythmic
just-
and stuff. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
If you just ignore the truth.
Just pretend that it's not about P.T. Barnum because it's basically not about P.T. Barnum. It's about some fictional character that they're like,
Also happens to be called P.T. Barnum.
yeah.
Are the animal crackers? Did they say
In my
P.T.
soup?
Barnum? The animal crackers that they sell?
Oh,
did they say P.T. Barnum on them? I think they
sure.
used to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like those crackers.
Those are some good crackers.
Shade, is that your pick?
Yeah,
A
that's my
piece of
pick.
media?
No,
Those crackers?
no. But in all seriousness, 2019 Cats.
Did you know that there is a butthole cut of the Cats movie?
Of course
really
there
like
is.
that.
Did Jack Snyder
It's
make
not.
that?
It's not real.
That's an A+ joke,
Yeah.
Rio. Wow. First one of the recording session. I just want everyone to realize.
First one.
So no, I think when you asked me this previously, I think I said The Good Place, just because it's
The Good Place. That's such a good
it's very
answer.
saccharine, but
It's a thinker.
it's got the kind of stuff that I like. It's idealistic. It really is just trying to tell people, hey, fucking be good to each other. Not hard, guys. Just be kind of good and a little thoughtful. And then, it also
And
deals
also the system is rigged and you're going to go to hell no matter what
correct.
you do.
Yeah. Also, it's a
pretty
commentary
tight, actually.
on the shittiness of reality. And
spoilers.
And then, sorry. Sorry about that. And then also it's extra planar bullshit. So, it checks a lot of
That's
boxes for me.
why.
It's not just that.
We got him.
It's not
we
just
got
that.
him.
It does help.
Put him away.
It does help.
Take him away, toys.
Oh my god!
The
You know what
Simpsons
also
reference.
Yes,
Sorry.
it was good. It was good.
a great piece of media is like this is me. Other than
This is me now.
Sorry.
classic. Julio Torres has a special called I think was it Shapes?
My Favorite Shapes?
My favorite shapes.
Man,
that
that
is
guy's
my
hilarious.
sense of humor.
Yeah.
100% absurdist.
Hundo P.
just
Where
weird.
is it? I've never seen it.
It's a stand-up. You can
HBO.
find it on
HBO?
Yeah.
Would it be on Max?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing. Of course.
I think it's like an hour long,
It's
and
not
he's
the same thing. They have two different brands. There's HBO
Well,
and
no,
then there's Max.
but they
I
only
think they
have
only
the
have
one
Max
app.
now.
They only have the one app.
But
Where you can watch
Max
HBO
is
shows
some
exclusively.
HBO shows and Hulu shows and probably others coming up. The big thing is that you can't find shows that are on HBO on Max.
That
Like, you
is
can't
true
find
because
Westworld.
what's his stupid face is screwing shit up all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah.
Did you
That
hear
guy.
about Warner Brothers? Like they are so.
Did you hear the news?
Did you hear the news? Extra. They are canning fully done movies
Yeah.
so that they can write them off on their taxes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's crazy.
Like
to
the
me.
Wile E. Coyote joint.
Yeah. and also they
Which
were
what?
doing Batwoman or something.
Oh,
and
they did. They shelved that. That was
They
one of
had
the
a
first
Wile E.
ones.
Coyote movie.
Yeah,
think so.
so it was Wile E. Coyote versus the People or some bullshit like that.
Oh, he was suing Acme. I heard about
Correct,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
finally got this son of a bitch.
That's fucking kind of an interesting. That's cool.
So, I mean, I think it also, it's back to Firefly, people got outraged about, like, I can't believe you're taking all this content away.
content away from
And
me.
so it is maybe going to still be released.
All the Wile E. Coyote stands out here.
They are fucking infuriating.
They are livid.
Yeah, I would also say one that, like, when I was a kid that I thought was amazing was the Bartimaeus trilogy. If anyone,
I'm not familiar with that.
Started to read it.
Fucking love that. You don't like it?
No,
it's
it's good.
very kids.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's
for
good.
kids.
It's a YA. It's
What is it called?
Middle
The
age.
Bartimaeus trilogy. It's essentially
Is it about a
let me-
devil?
kind of.
Genie.
So, yeah. So there's basically
Jinn.
this other reality that is just kind of swirling energy. And people on Earth called magicians have learned how to like basically use names to like trap pieces of that energy and drag them into the real world where they are kind of like forced to manifest, which they hate and makes them be in pain because they're just swirling bits of energy, and to put them into a material form,
the human
makes
condition.
them suffer. Exactly. But also Bartimaeus
So many ways
is
to
like
suffer.
kind of a mid-level Jinn and is not super powerful or whatever, but is really smart and also has like kind of a wry kind of sense of
So
humor.
P.T. Barnum, Bartimaeus, it's all coming together.
P.T. Barnum was not a good person.
B.T. Bartimaeus.
And not really smart either.
You know what else was a good series? Well, there's a book I remember very distinctly called "I Left My Sneakers in Dimension X." Did anyone else ever read that?
I think
No,
I
it's
saw
a fun
that at one
title,
of
though.
those Scholastic book fairs.
Yeah,
when I
it was a
kid.
sequel to Aliens Ate My Homework, and I think there was a third one too. It was like, they were really good books. The 90s were full of just great sci-fi that no one was aware of.
Yeah.
But the Goosebumps, though?
Oh, the
Fucking Goosebumps,
Did you
though?
ever watch the Saturday morning like teenager version? Of it? It's called like
think-
Nightmare Street or something. It
I
was
think
like
maybe
R.L.
I
Stein.
did, but I'm not sure.
Those
Maybe I
ones were
didn't.
fucking terrifying.
Maybe I was too scared by it.
I didn't-
Goosebumps to this day, I'm still like, I'll read some of them, but some of them are too spooky.
I read all of them.
Yeah.
Goosebumps and Animorphs. My bookshelves were lined.
Animorphs that I read a lot of, not all of them, because there's like 1,000, but I read most of, and I read the ending ones. That's a bummer, man. The ending was such a bummer. It was like,
Animorphs, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
The
sense.
Applegates were like,
I've never read
let's
Animorphs,
ruin
but
children for a
heard of it.
generation.
yeah, like the ending is some of your favorite characters have died, and the rest of them essentially kamikaze into an alien ship.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that is the end of the Animorphs.
Hashtag spoilers.
for this 20-year-old series. Yeah.
Also, my favorite Star Wars movie.
That's true. You're into kamikaze attacks, I guess.
Can I
There were
just-
54 books, not
That's a-
thousands.
That's a lot.
The
54
Werewolf
and
Camp
1,000
one.
are basically the same.
54, she released like one a month
Yeah.
for like my childhood middle school years.
Sick.
Pretty
So
cool.
that was...
Churn it.
Turn
Churn
it
life.
and burn it.
She might have had help, but I don't
That's
know if
true.
she did or not.
It was a
A team.
it was a husband-wife team, and
gotcha.
R.A. Applegate I think was a...
Were they going through a divorce at the
Alma-Graham.
end? Is that why everything bad
my
happens in the
God.
last like 4 books?
No, I think she just wanted to prepare children that life is bad. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what you do, you'll die at the end of it. So.
I mean, that Tobias
Shade is
kid
just
gets
like slowly
turned into
shaking
a
his head.
bird like immediately.
No, I was shaking my head because I saw an email from my student loan provider.
Oh, nice.
Rude.
We love them. Here.
Recording.
Yeah,
We're
recording.
That's the fun thing about life. Sometimes it just fucking comes at you when you're not looking for
You
it.
get to kamikaze
And for
into an
everything
alien
else,
spaceship.
there's
and kill all your
Master
Nice. I actually got a.
And there you have it, another episode of Wild Magic. There is so much more. Not only that, but we have so much cool stuff over at the Patreon. We have more free episodes of past podcasts that never made it off the launching pad. We have episodes that have never come out on the normal feed and never will. And again, friends, we would love to have you over there. So go sign up. It's either pay what you can or it's free. Just join and hang out in the community there. We would love to have you. All right, we'll see you next month for another preview of Wild Magic.